Okay, hey, time for definition of a reference angle. What's a reference angle? Well, that's what we're going to find out. First off, let's take any angle in standard position. Its reference angle is always acute, and it's formed back to the terminal side of theta in the horizontal axis. Horizontal, or the x-axis, the horizontal axis. Meaning, here we go. Here's an angle theta. Alpha is acute, less than 90, and it's going to take this terminal side right here, not the initial side, terminal side, and draw it back to the x-axis. That makes a triangle right there. That's the acute angle. The angle that would be, in a sense, closest to the origin. All right? And it never, ever goes back to y. It always goes back to x. The reason is that always lets this be the side adjacent, and let the x value be cosine, and lets the y value always be the side opposite. Now, how do I find alpha? Ooh, well, think about it. It's 180 from there to there, right? So if I take 180 and minus this theta, won't that give me that little angle right there? But what about if it's in radians? Radians, well, instead of 180, it's just what? Pi. All alpha is, except quadrant 2, is taking 180 and minusing the angle, or pi minus the angle, and that will find it. Well, what about if it's in quadrant 3? Well, quadrant 3 is a little different. I'm going to still draw it back to the positive, to the x-axis. It doesn't always be positive, back to the x-axis. And what I'm going to find is this. That was my original theta. Here's my little alpha angle right there. What I want to do is this. Think about it. It's 180 from there to there, right? And if the whole angle's theta, take theta and minus 180. Or that theta and minus pi if it's in radians. The nice thing about these quadrants right here is this. How far are you from 180? That's really the question. The alpha angle is how far are you from 180 unless you're in quadrants 1 or 4. In 2 or 3, it's how far are you from 180 or from pi. What about quadrant 4? Well, quadrant 4 theta goes like that. But think about it. What is it all the way around? Well, how far is this being back to finishing in 360? So think about it. If I was to take 360 and minus that, that would give me that little angle that's left. Or 2 pi if we're doing it particularly in the radian mode. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to have to find the alpha angle for several different things in order to work some of these. That's how you find it, the definition of a reference angle.